the story so far. In the morning, early morning, we took the MTR to Tung Chung Station, and then we got into the queue for 50 minutes to get on a cable car, which will take us to the mountains, over the sea, into the mountains, and then further into the mountains in the morning. And then we are going to visit this bronze Buddha, which is on top of a mountain. And then we reach Myongping village, which is a reproduction of a village in the area, I guess, made to look old but new. And then we walk past all the celestial generals and climbed up the mountain right up to the top to see the bronze Buddha up close, very close. And then we climb down, all the way down again. So this brings us to day 5, part 3. Okay, so what do you do after you climb down a long flight of stairs? After you climb up that same long flight of stairs, you go to the monastery. Okay, you see a lot of people here. This is where they burn the incense, so that they can light up the incense. And this is the place where you buy souvenirs and also the incense sticks and all the other things you use for praying. It's more of burning incense, offering incense to the gods. Okay, so this is some of the cauldrons where you put the incense sticks. Here's some of the cauldron, and then some people putting up a banner saying what? I have no idea. Yes, I'm Chinese, but I do not read Chinese. It's just too difficult. Anyway, here's the temple itself. Nicely decorated traditional Chinese temple. Okay, here's another side temple. Okay, so we're walking past this temple. Okay, behind here is actually a counter where you can actually pay for your food. You can either get the deluxe meal or you can get the normal meal. Okay, and if you order the deluxe meal or the normal meal, you will go right to the end there to get your food. And here is where you get your deluxe meal or your. Okay, so it is in a nice restaurant setting. You're actually not supposed to take video here, but I only saw the sign after I left, so I had the footage. What do you expect me to do? Anyway, so the first meal you got was soup. This is a starchy soup with bean curd inside, and then this is the VIP location for 3 people. The timing is all set there, so we are actually at 1 p.m. Okay, having our lunch at 1 p.m. So we have so it's actually a starchy soup with tofu in it, bean curd skin, tofu. Okay, so there's enough for another bowl for 1 more person. Here's the remainder of the dishes that came. We had spring rolls with vegetables inside. We have some kind of leafy vegetables with big round shiitake mushrooms, and then we have another plate of vegetables, which is peas together with capsicum and then mushrooms. Okay, this is the spring roll. This is the green veg with mushrooms. Okay, and then we have another plate of vegetables, capsicums, green peas, mushroom. I think probably asparagus too. Okay, so and then we eat it together with rice. So this is our vegetarian meal after climbing up the mountain. Well, this is a monastery after all, there's no meat here. And this is another dish, which is I think tofu also. Tofu, but it's actually made to look like lemon chicken. And they put a flower there to make it look pretty before we eat it. Pretty, pretty. But it wasn't too bad. Quite sweetish and sourish. Not too bad. Anyway, after the meal, we decided that's enough of the healthy life. We should get out of the mountains. So we went back to the station and took the cable car, which will take us back to civilization. Anyway, this is on the way back. This is some of the residential apartments that were near the terminal, the cable car terminal. Dongchong MTR station is quite near there. So those people who are living here does have a nice view of the sea, but they are near the airport too, so there will be a lot of plane noises. But after a while, I guess you get used to it. Anyway, it's a nice view from up here. The mountains, the misty mountains, which is I think more like haze than mist. I don't know. Just imagine after lunch, this is probably around 2 p.m. and it's still hazy. It's been a while since we got off the mountain and we were walking around, and now it's dinner time. And this is one of our favorite places to eat, Gao Ki beef brisket noodles. This place makes one of the best beef brisket noodles I've eaten. Their beef brisket noodles is slightly different than the one you normally get in those wanton noodle shops, but it is good. So this is the beef brisket noodles itself. As you can see, they actually cook. If you actually taste it, right, you see first of all the soup stock is very clear, and then the noodles, and I think the beef itself is cooked separately, but somehow the beef is just so tender, so soft that it actually breaks apart very easily once you put it in your mouth. It's really good. Okay, and they also have another version, which is a curry version, which is, even though I've been here a few times, I haven't tried it yet, which I have to try next time. Only one thing about this place is perpetually full. So if you do want to eat here, do come off-peak hours, and then your queue will be shorter, and then you can squeeze in and find a table for you to squeeze in together with the people there. So what you do is you go to the front there, you tell them how many people, they will find a way to squeeze you in, and then you order the food and enjoy the noodles. And the noodles here is a yimin, which is some kind of egg noodles. Is also very nice, has a very nice and delicious texture. Next up, if you see here, this is a tram. Yes, basically in Hong Kong, they still have a tram system that is still running, and this is another tram that actually takes you to the top of Victoria Peak. But unfortunately, the queue was just too long, and after waiting in the queue earlier this morning, we decided not to queue up again. So instead of going up to the top of Victoria Peak to have the view of the nightlight, the skylight of Hong Kong, what we decided to do was to do something a bit different. Or not really different, but something more relaxing. Here's the bus trams again running. This is more when it's a bit darker, later in the evening. So basically the trams itself are non-air conditioned, and it's also quite cheap for you to ride. You can only see this if you are in the central area. So you just go straight down this direction, straight down the other direction. Okay, the relaxing thing we're going to do is we're going to visit Lan Kwai Fong. Lan Kwai Fong is a area in a central Hong Kong island where people come to drink. Yep, so there are lots of eateries and pubs, but mainly pubs around here. Okay, and so people after work just come down here and have a drink. And this is another building where, like I told you, in Hong Kong, you have to look up, because a lot of their eateries, restaurants and pubs, everything majority of them are actually on the higher floors instead of the ground floor. Okay, so this is one of the alleys of Lan Kwai Fong. Okay, so you see here there are lots of bars around here. Okay, so you can actually climb up the hill here. So basically I'm giving you a view of how the nightlife is at this area. Okay, so there are lots of bars and pubs like this. Okay, so you can go from pub to pub to find a pub that actually suits your taste. And then after that, just make friends and be merry and drink. Okay, like all these people here after work. And this is actually like maybe around 6:30, 7 p.m. Quite early, and people are already starting up, starting drinking, starting to enjoy themselves. Okay, and here is the Hard Rock Cafe coming up. So if those people who like Hard Rock, you can come here. There is a Hard Rock here. Here's another empty pub, but then because it's early, see what else we have. This is another signage for Lan Kwai Fong, and if we walk down here, there is more pubs, more drinking establishments. This one here is called Graffiti. It doesn't seem to be quite packed at the moment, but because it's early. Okay. Another one called House Bar, which is also a small little place, but Okay, and then right in front of us, there's a lot of I think they are Americans. Yeah, because what happens is directly in front of this place, there is a California restaurant or California place that sells California food. So I would assume these are all people who miss California food, and they're standing right in front there eating and drinking. Okay. Yes, the group of Americans I was talking about, all standing in front of the California restaurant. Anyway, so this is one of the establishment also. LKF, Lan Kwai Fong. And people drinking and standing around in front on the road. Anyway, like I said, look up. There's a drinking establishment could be not on the ground floor, it could be on the higher floor. So basically this is Lan Kwai Fong. If you come here, you can come here for a drink, which we did, and if you come early, you can enjoy happy hour pricing. Up ahead, the neon sign is actually for this place called Yonggi. It's a very famous Hong Kong roast goose shop. We may go there later, so you will have to stay tuned to my food adventure to find out whether I go there. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed part 3. Stay tuned. Day 6 is coming up soon. Hope you enjoy yourself. Like, share and subscribe, and Join me for my next episode. Bye bye.